I am honored to introduce this year's Stephen J. Brady Stop Hunger Scholars, whose contributions never cease to amaze me. The Stop Hunger Scholarships recognize and reward students who have made a significant impact in the fight against hunger. The scholarship recipients each receive $5,000 for their education, as well as a matching $5,000 grant in their name for the hunger-related charity of their choice. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the scholars now. Ian McKenna, after learning about his sister's friend who never had Santa visit for Christmas or a meal outside of school breakfast and lunch, Ian McKenna created the Giving Garden. The program grows school and community gardens so children in need can take home fresh fruits and vegetables to their families. Ian recruited more than 170 volunteers, raised $8,500, and was able to build 18 raised beds and plant 21 fruit trees. Since 2011, the Giving Garden has produced nearly 2,800 pounds of food for 54 families and the local soup kitchen. Beyond gardening, Ian has hosted cooking demonstrations at area schools and spoken to over 1,000 people about the issue of childhood hunger, encouraging other youth to get involved. Congratulations, Ian. After recognizing children in her school were hungry, Olivia Hodge began working with Micah's Backpack and her school to fight childhood hunger in her local community. Olivia organized funds and resources to launch the Bruin Snack Closet so children could discreetly get free snacks during school. She also volunteered with Micah's Backpack to deliver 70,000 meals in 2015 and helped to expand the summer feeding sites to reach an additional 40 kids. Since 2009, Olivia has helped children access 250,000 meals. Olivia has learned that being a problem solver in combination with being a big dreamer can help make the world a better place, one backpack at a time. Congratulations, Olivia. Brianna LaFran Moore. When she was young, Brianna LaFran Moore's family received support, and the experience later inspired her to help kids in her community. Brianna is the founder and president of Operation Warm Up, Warm Heart, which focuses on helping those who need basic necessities. Since 2012, Brianna and her 900 volunteers have served 15,000 children's meals through Operation Warm Up, Warm Heart, and served nearly 6,000 lunches through the Meet Up and Eat Up summer feeding program. She also started a pancake meal program, provided breakfast for over 5,000 children since 2014. Her efforts don't end there. During the holidays, she collects over 11,000 pounds of holiday food for families in need. Congratulations, Brianna. Jackson Silverman is the founder of I Heart Hungry Kids, an organization that harnesses kid power by hosting meal packing parties, which we saw a little bit of on the video, where kids help kids in need. In 2013, Sodexo Stop Hunger Foundation provided Jackson with a Global Youth Service Day grant to pack 150 bags of food. What started with one grant has grown into a nonprofit with 1,477 volunteers who have provided 86,000 meals for local children and raised over $35,000. Jackson has spoken to more than 2,000 kids about child hunger and hopes to continue his efforts and reach more because, as Jackson said, kids listen to other kids, and together we change our world. Congratulations, Jackson. Inspired by an episode of TLC's Extreme Couponing, Hannah Steinberg decided to start Our Coupons Care to channel her passion for couponing to help those in need. Hannah recruited more than 100 volunteers to help her collect and clip coupons to purchase food and non-perishable items for a nearby homeless shelter. As a 2015 regional Stop Hunger honoree, a grant allowed Hannah to start shopping for Thanksgiving meals early. She organized a group of her peers for a couponing marathon so that all of the shelter's families could enjoy a home-cooked meal and have plenty of food during the holiday season. Her donations have helped more than 1,800 people. Since 2011, Hannah has raised over $21,500 and purchased over $108,000 worth of goods to help families that have fallen on hard times. Congratulations, Hannah. So Katie, will you please join me on stage so that we can quiz these 2006 Brady Scholars on their pop culture knowledge and hear about their experiences fighting hunger. So please welcome to the stage Ian, Olivia, Brianna, Jackson, and Hannah. Welcome. We'll wait for everybody. Hi, welcome. Welcome. All right, everybody's made it. Welcome, everyone. Glad you're here. It's just a small group of people. You just ignore those people out there. You just talk to us. First, we're going to speak with Ian McKenna. So if the other scholars, if you could take a seat, and Katie and I will be quizzing you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't be backing up. You keep doing it. We did that during rehearsal, didn't we? Okay. All right. So I think Katie has some questions for you.
So it's great to see you here. We know each other because you are a Katie's Crops grower. Now, what is the most rewarding part of creating a giving garden?
Well, I think that the most rewarding part is just all the thanks and that you get and all the smiles you get to see when families come and pick up all the crops you get.
I think that's incredible too. I love meeting people and seeing people's faces. That's my favorite part of Katie's Crops too.
Right, making a big impact. I personally would like you perhaps to come and help me with some gardening tips because I am horrible with plants and I think maybe you could help me with that. Now, this is not the first time you've won a grant from the Sodexo Stop Hunger Foundation, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you previously won the 2 Youth Service America grants funded by the foundation. Tell us a little bit about how this helped you grow as a leader.
Well, when I won those grants, I was inspired to do more than I have already done. Tried to do and help more as much as I could. So I decided I'm going to start trying to do more, and I just want to do whatever I can to make sure that the gardens thrive and work out.
That's amazing. Nice job.
So tell us about the first garden that you planted at your school.
Well, it was at Oak Hill Elementary, and like the intro, there's a little girl in my sister's class who, her first grade class was talking about Christmas and that holidays during that time all around the world. And one girl broke out in tears and said, Santa hates poor people and we're poor, so he hates us. And my sister told me, and I told my mom, and I decided to do something. So Christmas Eve, while the kids in that family who were living in trailer were asleep, we brought them some bike. We brought them a bike, some food and presents, and from that day on, Santa Claus came for them.
That's awesome.
So you're an amazing young man. How will the $5,000 foundation grant help you fight hunger in Austin?
Well, it will help me because now I can help. Now I can either, if I can, grow more, or I can just get more plants, so that way I can use all the space I have as much as I can.
That's fantastic. Okay, well, thank you, Ian. You were fantastic. Thank you. Okay.
Have a hug.
So thanks again, Ian. Now we'd like to welcome Olivia Hodge. Hi, welcome. Okay, so you've been involved with Micah's Backpack since you were 10 years old, right?
Oh, yes.
Now, when I was about that age, let's just go back a couple years ago. Shush. What? I was watching the Brady Bunch, okay? So who's your favorite character on the Brady Bunch?
I don't think she's gonna know that. I don't even know that. Okay, new question.
So now it's getting personal here. All right, okay. All right, bad question.
With your Sodexo Stop Hunger Foundation grant, how will you improve your hunger fighting activities?
Well, I've been mainly volunteering with Micah's Backpack, of course, but during my senior year, I just graduated from high school. But I started a snack closet.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I started a snack closet, and so what happens is kids can go discreetly up to the nurse's office and just grab a granola bar or a fruit snack so they can get through the day. And so I'm definitely going to give some money to that to help expand it, and I'm also probably going to give most of the money to Micah's Backpack to help also expand.
That's incredible. So I know that fighting hunger runs in your family, but how has Micah's Backpack, an organization that your mom runs, where your grant money will be supporting, help to grow efforts in your community?
Well, I definitely have to thank my mom for getting me into volunteering, but it's definitely going to help expand because the more kids we reach, the less hunger there is in the Blacksburg community where I live, and the more food we can get out, the better.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Okay, so that's the wrong card. Okay, all right. In addition to Micah's Backpack, you just talked about the snack closet at your school. Me personally, my favorite snack, well, I don't want to talk about that because it's not really health and wellness related, so I'm not going to talk about that. But let's get back to you. What are the hot commodity snacks? What are the hot commodity snacks that the Bruin Snack Closet is always restocking?
Well, we've done about 4 food drives last year, and the 4 main foods that we would get was like individual puddings, fruit snacks, granola bars, and like little chip bags.
Okay. Fritos, maybe?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What have you heard from other students that benefit from this service?
The snack closet?
Yes.
Oh, I don't actually know what students go to the snack closet because it's anonymous. So I just restock the closet and I leave. I don't really stay
Wow,
to see.
it's a big impact. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'd like to welcome Brianna LaFran Moore. Welcome, Brianna.
Thank you.
So in 2013, kids across the country were doing Gangnam Style, if we all remember back then. However, you were busy picking up cigarette butts, bottles, and wrappers in addition to stopping to help fight hunger. What instills that strong sense of community in you?
Well, when I was a younger child, I benefited from the community helping me and my family when we went through our struggle. So the community, I give back with the food and as well as helping the environment. I'm a big person on the environment, recycle. So it's just like it inspired me to start picking up cigarette butts, which do not break down in the environment, picking up bottles that can be turned into pouches and book bags, and then starting the food, Operation Warm Up, Warm Heart was a big part in 2010, and I'm still doing it to this day. So that's it.
That's incredible. Oh my goodness. So you've been obviously very busy over the past 6 years collecting and distributing food to kids. How will your grant continue this?
My grant, the $5,000 grant that I'm receiving, I am donating it to Gleaners, which was a big help in my life, and I've donated the last 3 years to Gleaners. I've donated 2 years in a row, $1,000, and this year I'm giving the $5,000, which will be matched.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So you have this strong sense of community spirit, obviously. What inspired you to take that next step in the movement to end hunger?
Well, starting at a young age in 9th grade, starting Operation Warm Up, Warm Heart, it was actually my way of saying thank you to places like Gleaners that helped me and my family. And since 2010, we've grown. We have over 900 people, which are my friends from high school. I have friends in college, family members. And it's just like, I want to get as many people involved so they can understand hunger is just closer than what you think. It could be you, and it could be your friend, anyone.
So true, so true.
So I think your story is really inspiring. What advice would you give to an aspiring teen leader who doesn't think that they have the ability to change their community?
The advice that I would give to an aspiring teen leader is to just continue what you're doing and to try. You should just try your best, and giving back to the community is something that I feel is a rewarding experience, and everyone else should feel that it's a rewarding experience as well. You don't always do it to get an award. You should just do it for self-reward.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you. Now let's welcome Jackson Silverman. Jackson, welcome.
All right. I think it's super cool that you're also right down the road from me in Charleston. So it's great to be representing South Carolina here. So in 2013, Just Give Me a Reason by Pink was a big pop hit. And what was your reason for starting I Heart Hungry Kids that year?
So my reason for starting I Heart Hungry Kids was when I was 3 years old, I started packing bags of food at my church for local kids in need. A few years later, I started my nonprofit to feed hungry kids who don't get enough to eat just by packing bags of food at my church, which kids can change the world, and I didn't know it at that time, and then after I started it, it just happened.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Jackson, I see you're very shy, and so I'm going to try to bring you out a little bit. You were also just named one of the top youth volunteers of the year by the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Plus, you recruited 1,500 additional volunteers. So when my kids were young, I couldn't even get them to take out the trash. So what is your secret to motivating other kids?
It's probably by telling them, there's not a lot of hands-on opportunity, community service work that kids can do. And since this is one of the opportunities, kids are really eager to help. And that they have so much energy and power that they can work for. When you set a kid's mind to do a task, they won't stop until the task is finished.
So you're obviously already quite the leader, but I know you previously received 3 Youth Service America grants funded by the foundation. How did this help you grow more as a leader?
This helped me in the first year. It gave us the money to start our very first packing party. If we didn't get that grant, this would never have happened. And every year, Sodexo has given me this grant so I can keep packing more bags of food for local kids in need.
Perfect. So you have a huge fan base out here. But you've also worked with Debbie, one of this year's Heroes of Everyday Life, who volunteered in numerous I Heart Hungry Kids packing event. We saw her on the video. Who else have you met through your volunteer activities, besides Katie and I?
We have also met multiple partners who, at the Prudential Spirit of Community Awards, have wanted to bring it to other states like Hawaii or other places like North Dakota or wherever, so we can keep, and they're driving the idea of kids helping kids to change the world.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you. So next, we'd like to welcome Hannah Steinberg. Welcome, Hannah.
I'm not as charming as he is, but I'll pretend.
Okay, we will be the judge of that. All right, we will be the judge. Okay, so my favorite TLC show is Say Yes to the Dress. It's not how, I have a wedding coming up of my daughter. However, yours was TLC's Extreme Couponing. Explain how it motivated you to start Our Coupons Care.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know Extreme Couponing, it's the show where people spend like 7,000 hours clipping coupons and like hoarding them. It's really not a good habit to have. But I'd watched this show, and I had just gone to a local homeless shelter, and I had seen how in need they were. And couponing is this kind of cool mix between getting a lot of things and a lot of math and lots of different things like that. So I decided that if I could kind of take this couponing and learn a skill, but then also give back, it could be pretty cool.
That's smart.
So how will $5,000, that's a lot of money, $5,000 worth of coupons help to grow the movement that you started?
Yeah, I think the coolest thing about coupons is that this $5,000 grant is so much money, but that's worth like $20,000 to $25,000 in things once I use all of my coupons, and I have many different coupons. So that's so much food for these people, and that's going to really change their lives and just make sure that they can have food in the Coachman Center, which is the homeless shelter. They won't have to worry about the food. They can worry about getting them other things that they need. So it's really great to be able to cover that.
I think that's really incredible, especially all the my mom coupons. She would appreciate this. Hey, Mom.
That's my mom, though.
When you were selected as a Regional Stop Hunger honoree last year, what inspired you to reapply this year?
Well, I had seen how far the $1,000 had went, and I bought this fat check, you know, like one of those big checks that was a waste of my money. But I brought it to the Coachman Center, and I had showed it. I was like, look, guys, I got $1,000. It's like $5,000. And they were just so excited. And so I thought, you know, if I could get that grant again, it would be amazing. If I could get this grant, it would be really, honestly, life-changing for them. So I'm so excited.
Well, we're glad you kept at it, but let me ask you just a little question. Do
Yeah.
you ever get strange looks when you're checking out with all your coupons?
Yeah, so I have like 4 different carts and like 5 different people, and everybody like dodges out of the way. They like run away. The like cashiers also are like, oh, please don't pick me. Like they'll like turn their like light off, you know, because they don't want me to come to that light. So I find my way around the supermarket.
Oh, that's good to know, and you're perfectly charming. Thank you, Hannah.
That's it.
Yes, we have fun at the lawn.
I'd like to invite all the 2016 Brady Scholars to all come forward for one final round of applause.